You can tell if an essay is AI written as opposed to written by a student. It's that personal voice. It's the level of insights that you can see. And you need to leave that lasting impression because admission officers spend 8 to 10 minutes, reading through your application. Authentic and real experiences are so important for a student applying from Vietnam to top universities in the US, in the UK, in Europe, both for their application, but also for their own personal growth. So in terms of their application, what these top universities are looking for are unique experiences and learnings, insights from what you have done. And so students really need to be a leading part of the activities that they're doing and the work they're doing so that they can generate these insights, whether that's for an Oxford or Cambridge interview, right? They're going to ask about those activities. They're going to ask about your readings. Students need to be able to talk very authentically and in detail about what they've done, what they've learned, and what their next steps are. So if you have, done some work experience or you've been a part of a debate or a conference, it's not just, well, tell me about that debate, it's what did you then go and do? How did you read and research into that topic further? And what do you now want to do with that? And so I really think, these admission officers and Oxford interviews can see through a more superficial answer, right? I think really living those experiences can make a really fantastic impression and can really deepen students' insights that they then bring into an interview or into an essay. So, essays for the US is another great example. We see some very good, essays, but they're quite superficial. They're not really deep and insightful. They don't really leave a lasting impression on an admission officer. A student that is authentic and really lives and breathes what they're doing and can put that into an essay, it comes across entirely different. It's also why we can tell if an essay is AI written as opposed to written by a student. It's that personal voice. It's the level of insights that you can see, and you need to leave that lasting impression because admission officers spend 8 to 10 minutes reading through your application. So that, I would say, is the application portion. In terms of a student's own personal growth, at Crimson, I would say it's hugely important to us, not just what universities students get into, but that they're going to do well when they get there. They're going to enjoy their time when they get there. They're going to thrive when they get there. Because these top university names are only really meaningful when a student graduates, when they start to think about their next moves in their career, their employability. So they have to thrive at the university themselves. And that's why these authentic experiences help us identify the right fit universities for a student. Because based on the experiences that they enjoy, that they can participate in, determines which campus they're going to thrive in and enjoy. Like, do they want a bigger university? Do they want a more tight-knit, smaller university? And so I think those authentic experiences with extracurriculars help with the school and major selection process so that students actually enjoy their time at university and that they're growing in confidence along the way so that when they do go abroad, right, they are an international student in the UK or the US, they've got the confidence to really enjoy themselves when they're there.